Joined by myself, Mark, and Reece alongside me, and we just have to let a big exhale out because, my word,
what a Vegas
what
Grand Prix.
a Grand Prix, the Grand Prix of the year. And I take it on the chin in terms of saying I was nervous about this, and I was giving a lot of flack on the first day, of course. But as the race directors and as everybody involved in Formula One said, wait until the checkered flag. Easily the best Grand Prix of the season, and one of the best Grand Prix I've watched in a long, long time.
Yes, it was certainly just nail-biting from turn one all the way to the checkered flag here today. It's been an incredible race. The lead of the race has changed hands, I think 4 or 5 maybe times today.
Yeah,
it's been incredible.
It was absolutely incredible. So your race winner today, this the usual Max Verstappen, unfortunately, but
not an easy
easy race win for him either, though. Charles Leclerc with an exceptionally late move on Sergio Perez in the last lap, in the last DRS zone as well. Very late braking does take Sergio Perez, so he gets second, does Charles Leclerc right at the end there, and Perez unfortunately drops into third. George Russell also brilliant right at the end there, but with a 5-second penalty for a collision with Verstappen, which caused the safety car to more or less ruin Leclerc's race. He obviously drops down into 8th position, but we had some brilliant names in the top 10 as well. Everybody's now obviously going and getting weighed, but everybody's also looking at this. What an insane race we've just had.
That was an incredible, incredible race today. One of the drivers that was certainly very impressive in the beginning was Oscar Piastri. He made up a lot of positions in the beginning of the race. On that first lap, we had an incident into turn one, which was caused by Fernando Alonso trying to overtake Logan Sargent into that first corner. He did get past him and then just had a little bit too much momentum and spun around. Then he got met face-to-face with Valtteri Bottas, who was kind of stuck with his front wing touching Fernando Alonso's front wing.
I mean,
it was a very interesting start to the race.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's exactly that. I mean, we also had 2 safety cars today. The first safety car was caused by Lando Norris. Unfortunately for him, his tires just weren't warm enough, and he spun out and through one of the fast left-handers and just started spinning out a bit, then collided with the wall a bit, and then dragged all the way into the wall on the far side. He's 100% okay, but he was the first car out of this race, unfortunately. Then another safety car was caused by debris when Russell and Verstappen collided with each other there a little bit. Russell turning in on Verstappen a little bit, and hence he got a 5-second penalty for causing a collision, and that cost him right at the end of the race, but even though he made up so much time. So let us go through your grid from the very back, of course. So Lando Norris did not finish the race. Nico Hülkenberg and Yuki Tsunoda also had to abandon their races, and they went off into the runoff areas and went off into the recovery zones. They weren't able to finish the race. And then going further from that, Valtteri Bottas in 17th. Logan Sargent, after doing quite well during the race, dropped all the way down to 16th, unfortunately. Guan Yu Zhou in 15th. Daniel Ricciardo in 14th. Not a great day for AlphaTauri either. Kevin Magnussen, the last remaining Haas, in 13th. Alex Albon in 12th. Oscar Piastri, and then Pierre Gasly rounding off our bottom 10 in 11th position. Then our top 10.
Yes, our top 10 is Oscar Piastri, finished in the points at least today, starting quite far down the grid. Very, very good from himself to get into the points. Very unfortunate for his teammate Lando Norris, who crashed out. I think it might have been about lap 8 as we're seeing Max Verstappen, Max-plaining as per usual in a Rolls-Royce on the way to the podium ceremony. Then in P9, we have Fernando Alonso, also a good race today. Damage limitation, though, after that first lap incident. George Russell in P8, he got a 5-second time penalty. He did finish in 4th. Then with that penalty applied, he finishes in 8th. Lewis Hamilton, his teammate, finishes ahead of him. Also, not the greatest day out for him today. Then Carlos Sainz finishes P6, damage limitation for him as well after taking that grid penalty for a new energy store, or after the damage that was caused to his car by the drain cover that was on the circuit.
Also, he was involved in that first return incident, which really cost his race quite badly as well. So he did well to make up for that, but unfortunately, that early incident just costing his race a little bit more as well.
Lance Stroll, though, has a great race today, finishing in P5. Esteban Ocon, even better, possibly, for the Alpines, finishing in P4. Sergio Perez then, as you said, got that position stolen away from him. For the second week in a row, he's had a position stolen right on the line.
I mean, it was an insane race, quite frankly, as well. It looked spectacular. The recoveries of those cars and things were very, very good. The race layout is actually brilliant.
Yes,
it's very good.
Looking forward to next year.
And what I really enjoyed was we saw about 4, 5, or 6 different overtaking opportunities around the track. We saw people overtake literally on the start, finish straight. as they got onto that straight, we saw people overtaking the first DRS zone, the second DRS zone.
The final corner for that.
As I say, I mean, everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It was brilliant. The following in this track is absolutely exceptional. We saw a lot of battling between the two Alpine drivers when they were quite high up the grid there. But
for as much as there's been a lot of controversy and a lot of criticism towards Formula One for this Las Vegas race, they've clearly gotten it right. And we have to concede that they have put on a phenomenal show for us this weekend. Of course, it is a little bit marred by the fact that the fans were removed from the track on Friday evening or Thursday evening, Las Vegas. That still is a little bit of a sour taste in their mouths. There's also a class action lawsuit against them for that. So we'll have to continue to monitor that and see what happens with that. But a phenomenal race, and just what incredible action from start to finish.
Absolutely brilliant. What this does mean, though, for the entire season, Sergio Perez confirms second place in the championship. So Red Bull not only win the Constructors' Championship, but finish first and second in the drive. So they've taken every possible position, and they will get the most amount of money out of next season's development, of course, for finishing right up at the top there. So lots of money to be had for Red Bull. They've done exceptionally well this season. Charles Leclerc finishing Ferrari's season off in a somewhat strong manner, trying to chase down, of course, to get second place in the Constructors' Championship. Does very well to get second. He was on par to try and get first today. Then the safety car, caused by the debris with Max Verstappen and Russell's contact, of course, caused a bit of a problem there. So, yeah, I mean, brilliant race. And, of course, you've been watching it here on Forever Motorsports with myself, Mark, and Reece alongside me. Be sure to go and check out our channel sponsors. And thank you very much to BITDEFENDER, global leader in cybersecurity, of course. They can do all of your cybersecurity needs, your phones, your laptops, your PCs, anything that
your
needs
home systems,
everything. They're brilliant. As well as go and check out BOYLESPORTS, who's been running a very special promotion just for us this weekend. As if you go and put 50 Rand into any bet, you can get 20 free spins in any of those games that they have available on their website. So fantastic from them for that weekend. You can still go and participate in it, of course, but the bets are now technically over for the Grand Prix itself. But big shout out to BOYLESPORTS as well, our betting partner on the channel. And guys, thank you so much for watching this Grand Prix with us, of course. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Any final comments?
I was going to say, be sure to let me know who you think is your driver of the day in the comment section, because I think there's just been such phenomenal performances from multiple drivers today. Who stood out above the rest? I think, of course, Max Verstappen had a stellar race after dropping down halfway through the grid, then making his way back, having a safety car, dropping back again, pulling his way through again. It's just been non-stop action from start to finish. I think Charles Leclerc's
there. Ocon's there still as well. He did very well to get into the top 5, and brilliant from him. Lance Stroll, of course, exceptional race from him, starting right at the back of the grid, finishing right in the high points as well. So, I mean, fantastic racing all around. Really was fantastic. So let us know in the comments, of course. But what an insane race. I need to take a breather. Reece needs to take a breather. We all need to take a breather. Certainly I want to watch the highlights and things, but fantastic race here. And a great advert for Formula One, I think. And we saw so many massive names, and I'm sure this is going to grow the sport even more. So thank you so much for watching. Of course, like and subscribe. Cheerio.